Although great masterpieces are inevitably the result of arduous labor and study, there are a few immortal melodies that are sheer genius, quick flashes of heaven-sent inspirations that come and are captured in less time than it takes to tell about it. Such a bit of melodic immortality is our concert hall selection for tonight, Mendelssohn's On Wings of Song.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a surprise for Bob Taylor tonight, and we'll tell you about it in just a moment. But first, I'd like to tell you about next week's program. As our special guest stars, you'll hear Freddie Bartholomew and Mickey Rooney in scenes from MGM's latest screen masterpiece, Lord Jeff. A musical feature will be the world premiere of a spectacular composition called Hollywood, composed by Walter Samuels with narration by the famous columnist Ed Sullivan of the Chicago Tribune News Syndicate. In addition, all your regular favorites will be on hand: Robert Taylor, Fanny Brice, and Hanley Stafford, Frank Morgan, Douglas McPhail, Mary Martin, and Meredith Willson. Remember, your ticket of admission is just your loyalty to Maxwell House Coffee. And don't miss good news next Thursday. In the meantime, go to the movies and take the family with you. By the way, have you seen Three Comrades yet? I think you'll like it. And now, if Bob Taylor will step to the microphone for a moment, I have a surprise for him. But first of all, let me introduce Leo Townsend of Radio Stars magazine.
For some time, Radio Stars magazine, like millions of other listeners, has been enjoying the Good News program. Its popularity has grown so that now it is definitely one of the top variety shows on the air. And so it is my pleasure to present this bronze plaque to Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer and Maxwell House, and to you, Robert Taylor, our award for distinguished service to radio.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Townsend, and I'd like to thank Radio Stars magazine not only for myself, but for Bob Young, Meredith Willson, Fanny Brice, Frank Morgan.
Yeah, just a minute, son. If there's any thanking to be done, Morgan can speak for himself. What is it?
Why, this bronze plaque, Mr. Morgan.
Oh, well, thank you very much. Do I get permanent possession now, or do I have to win it 3 years running?
Now, listen, Morgan. Don't you think the other members of the Good News cast ought to get a little pleasure out of this award from Radio Stars?
By all means, Bob. I intend to hang it in my trophy room with my other cups and medals, and I'd be absolutely delighted at any time if you'd care to run over and look at it. By appointment, of course.
Frank, do you think you won this plaque all by yourself?
In spite of my support.
Well, that's very interesting, Mr. Morgan. I wonder if you could say a few words we could print in the magazine about the award.
Well, certainly, my boy. You may quote me as saying that Frank Morgan on the Good News program is like a priceless ruby in a setting of lead.
Frank, this is an outrage.
This is the last straw.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.
KFI Los Angeles, Earl C. Anthony Incorporated.